Let me tell you a story and see if it sounds familiar. There's a person, maybe it's you, maybe it was me a few years ago. This person does everything right. They read the self-help books. They set clear financial goals. Every morning they look in the mirror and recite affirmations about wealth. They work hard, sometimes grinding to the point of exhaustion, always believing that with just a little more effort, the doors of abundance will finally open. They visualize their dream bank account. They practice gratitude. They take the courses on the law of attraction. But then, every night when the lights are off and the silence creeps in, a small voice still whispers in their head, "Why isn't it enough? Why am I doing everything but still feel like I'm stuck in the same place?" What if I told you that all of that effort, all of that grinding, is the very invisible wall that's blocking the flow of abundance from reaching you? What if the key isn't in learning one more new technique, but in shedding an old identity that no longer fits? Welcome. If you are here, it's not by accident. It's because your soul is tired of fighting and is ready for a gentler, wiser path. Over the next 30 minutes, we are going to dismantle that wall together. We will discover that abundance is not something you chase, but something you allow to flow through you. And I'm here to promise you 3 valuable things you will receive. First, we will decode the abundance paradox, the neuroscientific and energetic reason why the harder you try to attract money with your mind, the more you unintentionally push it away. Second, I will share with you the abundance identity, a shift at the subconscious level, backed by research into heart intelligence and quantum physics, so that you understand you don't attract abundance, you are abundance, and most importantly, I will give you a simple, practical toolkit with specific exercises to start building this new identity today, not by doing more, but by being someone different. Do you recognize yourself in that story I told at the beginning? That feeling of being both hopeful and exhausted. Have you ever felt that? Before we dive into the details of this powerful toolkit, let's explore a simple but long-forgotten truth. The greatest power to shape your financial reality doesn't lie in your logical thoughts. It lies in a place much deeper and much more powerful. And that deep, powerful place is the level of your identity. For years, law of attraction experts have told us, change your thoughts, and you'll change your life. It's well-intentioned advice, but it's incomplete. It's like trying to repaint a moldy wall without treating the foundation. But there's a truth that modern neuroscience and behavioral psychology have proven, a truth that is far more powerful. Author James Clear, in his blockbuster book Atomic Habits, pointed out that there are 3 layers of change, like the layers of an onion. The outer layer is your outcomes. This is what you want to get: more money, a better job. Most people start here. The middle layer is your process. This is what you do, your habits, your manifestation techniques, the actions you take every day. And the innermost layer, the core, the most powerful part, is your identity. This is what you believe about who you are. Our biggest mistake is trying to change our results while holding on to the same old identity. You cannot have a sustainable, abundant outcome if your core identity is still, "I am someone who always struggles with money." Why is that? Because your subconscious mind, the part that runs 95% of your life on autopilot, doesn't care about your fleeting thoughts. It cares about one thing only: protecting the identity it believes is you. It's like a loyal bodyguard at the castle of your identity. When you stand in front of the mirror and affirm, "I am rich, I am successful," but your core identity is, "I am someone who isn't good enough," the subconscious bodyguard immediately spots an imposter. It will say, "No, sir, you are the one who struggles. This wealthy thought is a fake." And it will do everything to push that thought out and pull you back to actions and results that match your old identity. This is exactly why it feels like you're fighting yourself. One part of you yearns to rise, but a much larger, more powerful part keeps pulling you back down. The lesson here is, you cannot achieve a new result while holding on to an old identity. Any attempt to change on the surface will always be pulled back by the gravity of your core identity. The real goal isn't to do what wealthy people do. The goal is to become someone for whom abundance is a natural part of their identity. So the question becomes, where did this scarcity identity come from? And why are all your past financial failures not proof that you're incapable, but actually the most valuable lessons trying to show you this very thing? To answer that question, we need to look back at your financial journey not with an eye of judgment, but with deep understanding. What if I told you that every time you failed to make money, every time you felt exhausted, it wasn't the universe rejecting you, but that it was screaming an important message you hadn't heard yet? Think of your financial hardships not as failures, but as workouts in an identity gym. Each challenge was a perfectly designed exercise meant to weaken your old identity, the identity of struggle and lack. This is the diamond pressure. It doesn't come to crush you. It comes to remove the impurities, the beliefs that are not you, so that the brilliant diamond essence within you can be revealed. Just look back. Every time you tried a manifestation technique and it didn't work, that was an exercise to show you. Surface level change isn't enough. Every time you hustled to the point of burnout with disappointing results, that was an exercise to show you. Forced effort is not the path to sustainable abundance. And every time you achieved a little success only to lose it again, that was an exercise to show you. Your old identity doesn't have the capacity to hold a greater level of prosperity. Let's take the example of Sarah, a talented graphic designer. For years, she worked as a freelancer, taking on every project, working day and night. She pursued the highest-paying clients, even if the work was boring and drained her creativity. That was her identity as a hard worker. As a result, she made a living, but always felt exhausted and empty. After a major failed project nearly bankrupted her, that was her diamond pressure, Sarah decided to stop. She turned down the boring jobs and focused only on the one niche she was truly passionate about: brand design for sustainable businesses. At first, she was terrified. But as she started to act from her authentic self, from her new identity as an inspired creator, something magical happened. Ideal clients started finding her. They not only paid more, but they valued her talent. Sarah wasn't working more hours, but her income tripled. She stopped doing work and started being herself. Sarah's story shows us the power of changing our identity. But where's that old identity, the identity of struggle, built from? It's built from invisible bricks, our core beliefs about money, formed when we were very young. So before we can build a new mansion of abundance, we have to inspect the foundation of the old house. We have to bravely look at the beliefs that have shaped our financial identity to this day. Before we can build a mansion of abundance, we have to inspect the shaky foundation of our current financial house. Imagine your scarcity identity is like a table. The tabletop is the identity itself. I am someone who always struggles. But what holds that table up? The table legs. And those legs are the core invisible beliefs about money that you've collected throughout your life, from family, society, and your own experiences. Maybe one table leg is named, "Money is hard to earn," formed when you saw your parents work tirelessly. Another leg might be called, "Rich people aren't good people," which came from stories you heard or movies you watched. And perhaps there's one more leg named, "I'm not good at managing money," reinforced after you made a few financial mistakes in the past. These beliefs, these table legs, have become so familiar that we don't even see them anymore. We just see the struggle table and think it's our destiny. But today, we're going to turn on the lights and look at one of those legs. We're not going to try to break it. We are simply going to gently question it. We'll use a simple but profound tool inspired by the work of Byron Katie. Let's examine the most common belief together. Money is hard to earn. Now, just relax, take a deep breath, and honestly answer these 4 questions. First, ask yourself, is it true? Is it really true that money is always hard to earn? for everyone, in every situation. The second, deeper question. Can you absolutely know that it's 100% true? Can you find even one example, one moment in your life or someone else's when money came easily? An unexpected gift? A lucky break? The third question, feel into it. How do you react? What happens when you believe the thought, money is hard to earn? Do you feel stressed? Tired? Do you tend to take jobs you don't like? Do you feel a weight and a contraction in your body? And the final, liberating question, who would you be without that thought? If you lived as if money could come with ease and joy, what different choices would you make? What projects would you pursue? How would you feel in your body? The point of this isn't to find the right answer. The point is to shake the certainty of the belief. When one table leg starts to wobble, the entire scarcity identity table begins to lose its power. Questioning your old beliefs is the first step. It's the clearing of the foundation. Once we've created that space, once the old table legs are wobbly, we are ready for the next, most exciting step. Building a new identity, installing the sturdy, solid legs of abundance. And we're going to do that with practical, hands-on tools to reprogram your subconscious mind every single day. And this is the moment we shift from deconstruction to construction. Welcome to your very own identity construction workshop. The two tools I'm about to share are not magical manifestation techniques or empty platitudes. They are practical, neuroscience-based exercises designed to reprogram your subconscious mind gently but effectively. The first tool is called Future Self-Journaling. Our subconscious mind can't tell the difference between a real memory and a vividly imagined one. By writing from the future, we are planting the memories of the abundant version of ourselves we wish to become, making it feel familiar and safe. Every morning, set aside 10 minutes, not to write about what you want to have, but to write as the future version of you who already has it all. Start with sentences like, "Today was an amazing day. I feel so relieved and grateful looking at my investment portfolio growing. I just decided to fund a community project I love." Write about the decisions you make, the emotions you experience, how you navigate your day from the perspective of someone who is completely financially free. The more detailed, the more emotional, the better. Every time you do this, you are creating new neural pathways. You are teaching your brain and body what it feels like to be safe and familiar with abundance. The second tool is called the evidence log. It's the opposite of the first tool, but it complements it perfectly. Our brain has a filter called the reticular activating system, RAS. It decides what we pay attention to in the world around us. If your identity is a person who lacks, your RAS will be programmed to only look for evidence of lack, bills, unexpected expenses. This exercise will reprogram that filter. Every evening before you go to sleep, open a notebook and write down at least 3 pieces of evidence, no matter how small, of abundance that appeared in your day. For example, 1. A friend paid for my coffee. 2. I found $1 in an old jacket pocket. 3. I enjoyed a delicious meal and felt truly nourished and full. The goal is to train your brain to become an abundance hunter. When you start actively looking for it, you will find that abundance, in many forms, is always all around you. It's just that your filter was ignoring it before. Reprogramming your mind through writing and observation is crucial. We are rebuilding the blueprint, but a blueprint, no matter how perfect, needs to be embodied in reality. Your mind can be convinced, but your body, where all emotions are stored, holds the deciding vote. So how do we take this new abundant identity from the page and into every cell of our body? How do we truly feel it? That is the next step, the embodiment. Your mind can be convinced, but your body, where all emotions and subconscious memories are stored, holds the deciding vote. Here's how we get its approval. A new identity is only truly integrated when it's no longer an idea in your head, but becomes a felt state at the cellular level. And the fastest, most powerful gateway to that felt state, as we've discovered, is through the heart. Research from the HeartMath Institute has shown that when we create a state of heart coherence, we are sending a harmonious signal to every cell in our body telling them, we are safe, we are whole, we can relax. So right now, I want to invite you to join me in a short meditation, not to visualize money, but to embody the feeling of abundance. If you're in a place where you can, gently close your eyes. If not, just focus on your breath. Take a deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs, and as you exhale, slowly let go of any tension you're holding. Feel the weight of your body completely supported. Now, bring your attention to your shoulders. Imagine all the financial burdens, the worries about bills, about the future, just melting off your shoulders like ice in the sun. Feel the absolute relief spreading across your neck and shoulders. This is what abundance feels like. Next, bring your attention to your chest and your heart. Feel a warm expansion radiating from the center of your chest. This is the feeling of having more than enough to give generously, to support the people you love. This is what abundance feels like. Finally, feel this energy move down into your stomach. Feel a sense of deep safety and groundedness, like a tree with deep roots in the earth. This is the feeling of knowing you will always be taken care of, that the universe always has your back. This is what abundance feels like. Stay in this state for just a few more seconds. Relief, expansion, and safety. Memorize this feeling in every cell, and when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. This exercise isn't about pretending. It's a rehearsal for your nervous system. You are teaching your body what abundance feels like, so it can recognize and maintain that state more naturally in your daily life. We've reprogrammed the mind. We've recalibrated the emotions in the body. Now, once the inner foundation is solid, it's time to let this new, abundant identity express itself out into the world. But how will it be expressed? Not through more grinding, but through discovering and living from your own authentic abundant signature, and this is where another common mistake appears on this journey. After doing the inner work, many people start asking, so what should I do now to make money? They start looking for hot jobs, money-making industries, the latest business trends, but this is still the old mindset. It still starts from the question, what do I do to get money? Then instead of a much more powerful question, that question is, what does my authentic self want to express to the world? Because the truth is, sustainable, effortless money doesn't come from chasing it. It is the natural byproduct of you living in alignment with your authentic self. Each of us was born with an authentic, abundant signature. It's the unique combination of passions, talents, and values that only you can bring to the world. When you operate from that signature, you create value naturally, and money is simply the universe's acknowledgement of that value. But I know what you're thinking. How do I know what my signature is? I don't even know what my passion is. So grab a pen and paper or simply close your eyes and honestly answer these discovery questions. Don't try to find the right answer. Just allow whatever comes up. Question 1. Go back to your childhood. What did you love doing so much that you would lose track of time, even forget to eat? Question 2. In your life right now, what topic could you talk about for hours without getting bored, even if nobody paid you? Question 3. What problems do your friends or family have that you find easy and natural to solve? What advice do people always come to you for? And the most important question, if you had enough money to live comfortably for the rest of your life, never having to worry about finances again, what would you do with your time and energy? What would you create? The answers to these questions are the clues, the breadcrumbs that your soul is leaving to guide you back to your zone of genius. This journey of discovery doesn't happen overnight, but the moment you start to prioritize these answers, the moment you begin to spend even a little bit of time each day on your abundant signature, something magical will happen. The universe will start sending you signals, confirmations, to let you know you're on the right path And those are the clear reflections from reality that we are about to explore right now. And these signals aren't vague. They aren't things you have to blindly believe in. They are very specific experiences, reality confirmations, like nods from the universe telling you, "That's right, keep going." Confirmation. Number 1. Effortless synchronicity. Because you've started practicing the evidence log, you have retrained the RAS filter in your brain. Now, instead of only seeing lack, you start to see opportunities, help, and answers everywhere. You need a new skill, and a friend recommends the perfect course. You're thinking about a solution, and an article about that exact solution appears in front of you. This is proof that your mind and the quantum field have begun a dialogue. Confirmation. Number 2. Financial relief. Because you've practiced the embodiment meditation, your nervous system has had a taste of safety and wholeness. As a result, money problems that used to keep you up at night no longer have the same power over you. You might still face an unexpected expense, but instead of panicking, you feel a strange sense of calm, a trust that everything will be okay. This is a sign that your identity is shifting from a worrier to a confident problem solver. Confirmation number 3. Inspired action over hustle. Because you've started connecting with your authentic signature, you no longer have to push yourself to work. Instead, you feel pulled by creative ideas and meaningful projects. You work fewer hours, but your effectiveness is higher because every action you take is filled with the energy of passion. This is proof that you've shifted from grinding to flowing. Confirmation number 4, a shift in your social circle. Your energy frequency is changing. Like a radio, you can no longer tune in to the stations of negativity and complaint. People who always talk about lack and hardship will naturally feel less connected to you. At the same time, you'll start attracting people with an abundance mindset, people who talk about opportunities and creativity. This is the universe bringing you an environment that supports your new identity. Confirmation. Number 5. Money from unexpected sources. Your old identity believed that money could only come from a few fixed sources, like a salary or a business. But your new identity knows that abundance can flow from countless channels. You receive a tax refund you didn't expect. Someone pays back an old debt you had forgotten about. A small investment yields a large return. This is the universe showing you that when you stop limiting it, it will bring you abundance in ways that are beyond your imagination. These 5 confirmations aren't random strokes of luck. They are direct feedback from the universe, clear proof that your inner identity shift is truly reshaping your outer world. And as you become more and more stable in this new identity, you will realize something even more magical, that your abundance is not just for you. It's creating a ripple effect, an invisible gift you are giving to the entire world. And what is that gift? It's not just the money you can give away. The biggest gift, invisible yet most powerful, is the energy frequency you broadcast. Many people think the world is in a state of lack and that our job is to fill it. But what if the world isn't lacking but is simply stuck in a consciousness field of scarcity? The biologist Rupert Sheldrake called this a morphic field, a kind of invisible collective memory. When one individual in a species learns something new, it makes it easier for all other individuals to learn it too. Human consciousness is the same. We are living in a financial field that has been conditioned by thousands of years of thinking based on scarcity, competition, and fear. And your role, as someone who is awakening to an abundant identity, is not to fight the old energy field. Your role is to become a broadcast station for a new frequency. This ripple effect happens in very small, everyday actions. When you pay for a meal, instead of feeling, "I'm losing money," you feel gratitude for the farmer who grew the food and the chef who cooked it. You are transmitting a ripple of abundance and appreciation through that transaction. When you tip a server generously, you're not just giving them extra money. You're sending a powerful message to your own subconscious and to the universe that says, "I live in an abundant world. I have more than enough to share." When you confidently invest in a course to develop yourself, you are declaring that you are worthy and that you believe in a more prosperous future. That energy inspires those around you to dare to invest in themselves as well. So many of us carry the burden that we have to save the world, that we have to do something monumental to make a difference. But here is the deepest truth. Your abundance is an act of service. Your greatest mission is not to fix the world. Your mission is to become coherent with your own abundant identity, because the presence of one person living in wholeness, peace, and generosity has the power to uplift an entire community. Your peace becomes an invitation for peace in others. You see, this journey isn't just about you and your bank account. It's about becoming a lighthouse of abundance in a world that is yearning for light. So, how do we keep this lighthouse shining brightly? How do we turn all of this insight into a living commitment, a choice we make every day? And the answer doesn't lie in some other great secret. It lies within you. It lies in a simple decision repeated every day, every moment. Our journey today has walked us through a core truth. Abundance is not something you get. It's who you become. It's not an external goal to chase, but an internal identity waiting to be recognized and lived. We've learned that the path back to that state isn't about adding more complex techniques, but about removing the interference by bravely questioning old, outdated beliefs, and then patiently reprogramming the subconscious with simple tools like journaling and observation. And finally, we've realized that this personal change is anything but selfish. It is the greatest gift you can give to the world. A ripple of permission and hope, proving that a more abundant reality is entirely possible. I know you've been searching for this for a long time, that feeling that there's something more, a more authentic version of yourself waiting to be expressed. The final message I want to leave you with today is this. The search is over. You're already here. All the tools, all the power, all the wisdom you need is already inside you, right now. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. It's time to remember your own magnificence. But understanding without action is just theory. So, I want to invite you to turn today's inspiration into a concrete action. I want to invite you to join the 7-Day Abundance Identity Challenge. The task is simple. For the next 7 days, choose one of the 2 techniques we learned in Part 5, Future Self-Journaling, or the Evidence Log, and practice it every single day. Just one, but do it with your full presence. The purpose isn't to get rich in 7 days. The purpose is to train the muscle of your new identity, to send a clear message to the universe and your own subconscious that says, I am choosing a new way of being. I choose harmony. I choose myself. To make this a powerful commitment, comment below with the technique you choose, Future Self or Evidence Log, to start your journey with us and spread this positive energy. And if this video has given you even a little bit of value, please hit the like button. Your small action helps the algorithm share this message with more people who need it. Of course, please subscribe to Quantum Energy Shift and click the notification bell. Our channel is an ongoing journey, and each new video will be another piece of the puzzle to help you go deeper into mastering your reality. In our next video, we'll explore an even more fascinating topic: how to interpret the messages and signs the universe sends you every day. Thank you for your trust and for staying until the very end. Remember, you're not just changing your life. You are changing the world, starting with the abundant identity within. I'll see you again in this energy field.